My name is Maria B. Qualiana, and this is The Future of the Industry. 2 years and 7 months ago, I entered Nazareth College unsure of what the future might hold. And now in 9 months, I'll be leaving with a legal studies degree feeling much the same way. My minors in environmental studies and communications, along with my legal studies major, led me to my current position as legal intern at Knopf Shaw. This Rochester-based firm assists businesses, landowners, local governments, and communities with laws related to the environment, land use, energy, and real estate. After the first few weeks, I could see myself working in the law field, but this time I was seeing myself without the uncertainties I felt before. Finally, I had direction. While I'm still happy with my choice to pursue a career in this industry, there are still things I don't know. But I do know 2 things. First, that no industry is without its challenges, and second, that the law field is no exception. I had to ask myself, what challenges await me, and how can I prepare for them? So I did what many people tend to do when confronted with life's biggest challenges. I turned to Google. The 2 most compelling answers came from Forbes articles. In Mark Templeton's piece, What a Justice Kavanaugh Would Mean for Environmental Law, he explained the differences between the retired Justice Kennedy and Brett Kavanaugh. While Kennedy had previously shown support for the regulation of greenhouse gases and the protection of wetlands, Kavanaugh's record, quote, does indicate that he is likely to prove a more reliably pro-industry, anti-regulatory, and anti-environmental vote, unquote. As a result, pro-industry precedent will likely challenge environmental lawyers over the next 2 to 5 years. On the other hand, David Parnell's article about legal trends, observations, and predictions views, quote, robust competition and price pressure, unquote, among the top challenges. He predicts that law firms will lose business from corporations that hire internally or send work to alternative service providers in order to save money. It would then be wise for law firms to cut costs by delegating more tasks to non-attorneys. I decided to also turn to my supervisor, Melissa Vale, for some answers. She believes that another critical challenge of the industry will be keeping up with technology. This specifically entails combating cybersecurity issues and ensuring firms have new software while also being able to use the older software used by the courts. As for my internship site, Melissa explained that over the next 12 to 18 months, we will face the challenge of integrating our new time and document management program. Amy Kendall, another lawyer at Knopf Shaw, noted that our larger cases will continue creating a longer and more complex discovery process. In Ileana Margra of the New York Times article, Britain, yes, rainy Britain could run short of water by 2050, official says, she stressed the need to address drought, just one symptom of climate change. Margra quoted the chief executive of Britain's environmental agency writing, quote, to avoid severe water shortages, demand would have to be reduced by taking measures like cutting down on leakage, increasing metering, having sustainable drainage systems, and cutting down personal use. However, the scope of this crisis also includes sea level rise, temperature changes, more extreme storms, and food scarcity, just to name a few. In many ways, these issues can all be solved by the global north consuming less and regulating businesses more within their countries. With Donald Trump leading the executive branch, addressing climate change has become more difficult and frustrating in America. Most recently, I felt this frustration upon reading the New York Times piece titled White House Climate Panel to Include a Climate Denialist. Each of these challenges facing the law industry, facing Knopf Shaw, and facing society portray that in order to solve these problems, we must be proactive. We must develop steps to address the negative effects we foresee and implement them as early as we can, skills that I've had the opportunity to refine in my time on the Campus Activities Board and Executive Board of the UA. This awareness will allow me to remove the obstacles that would normally keep me from doing what I feel is my duty, doing my part to ensure that we leave the next generations with an environment that they can live in. And I intend on doing just that.